In order to subscribe to my channel, please click here or click here. Please share, comment and like my videos and channel. Hello guys, welcome to SaaS with ServiceNow. This is ServiceNow System Administrator training. This is part 2. This training has been recorded in Orlando version of ServiceNow. Before we start this training, let me show you the topics of this complete training. In second part of the training, we will talk about user interface and branding. User interface. In this section, we will learn about elements of ServiceNow UI, how role-based access works, application navigator, favorites, and navigation. User interface. When you access ServiceNow URL, then you get ServiceNow login screen, where you need to enter username and the password. Once you log in, you will see the native interface of ServiceNow. This native interface shows different elements and functionalities. Here is my instance URL, and this is welcome screen. Let's log into my personal developer instance. I will put username and password. Click on login. Now, as of now, I have logged in as an admin, and I'm able to see all the applications of the platform which are allowed for admins. So you can see in the left hand side, I'm able to see almost all the applications wherever allowed for admins. ServiceNow UI version. ServiceNow has two UI versions, UI 16 and UI 15. Users can switch between these two versions as per their personal choice. Let me show you in my personal developer instance. In order to switch between these two versions, you can click on the settings on the right top, and then you will see a pop-up. On the right top of this pop-up, you will see switch to UI 15 button. When you will click this button, you will be able to change the UI version, and this version will be changed to UI 15. This is UI 15. Now you can also change back to UI 16 with the same options. So you have to click on settings. You will see this option, switch to UI 16. Once you will click that, you will go back to UI 16. Now it depends on the user what kind of UI you want to work upon. So if you like UI 16, you can work on UI 16. If user wants to work on UI 15, they can work on UI 15 as well. UI elements. ServiceNow's main screen is divided into 4 UI elements. Banner frame, which appears at the top of every page and contains the logo, user menu, system settings, and global search. Application navigator, which provides easy access to applications and modules of ServiceNow instance. Third is content frame, which shows the information of application or module selected. You will see form, list, and other pages in content frame. So this is how the screen is divided into different elements. There is one more element, and that is the fourth element of ServiceNow UI. That is called Edge. However, it is not visible in UI 16 and it is available in UI 15. So in UI 15, you still have all other 3 elements. However, there is an additional element that is called Edge. Let's see the components of banner frame. On the left top, you have company logo and name of the instance. As an example, you can see here we have ServiceNow logo and the name of the instance is Service Management. On the right top, we have User Menu. Once you will click on User Menu, you will see more options like Profile, which shows the details about the user. Then you have Impersonate User, which enable other user view. Then we have Elevate Roles, which will elevate the role for logged in user. And the last option is Log Out. Now, beside User Menu, you also have Global Search icon, where if you want to do any kind of search on the platform, you can do with the help of this global search icon. Then we have Chat, Help, and Settings. Application Navigator. Application Navigator is at the left-hand side of the screen. You can navigate to different applications and modules in ServiceNow. Application Navigator Elements. Application Navigator has also 3 different elements. First is All Applications tab, where you can navigate all applications available to the user as per the access. Then we have Favorites tab, which shows all the applications and modules marked as favorite via star button beside the applications and modules. And last we have History tab, which shows the items which we have recently visited. That means the logged in user, whatever items, whatever elements he has visited recently, those things will be visible in History tab. This is my personal developer instance. On the top, you have Banner Frame. Here we have Application Navigator. And here we have Content Frame. The edge is not available in UI 16 as I mentioned. So in order to see the edge, you have to go to UI 15 version. So I will click on switch to UI 15 and I will show you what is edge element. So you can see here, so in this particular version, we do have Banner Frame, we do have Application Navigator, we do have Content Frame. However, there is an additional element and that is called edge here. So this is the difference between UI 15 and UI 16. Let's go back to UI 16. On the Banner Frame, you have logo, then you have name of the instance. Here it's for developers, which you want to enable the option. I can also disable these options, so I need to go to developer option here and I can just disable them. As you can see, whenever I'm disabling them, it is getting disappeared from here. So I can just enable this as of now. I will close this. Here I have User Menu. So if you will click this button, you will see your profile, impersonate user option, elevate roles, and log out. If I will click on profile, I should be able to do profile, the user profile for the logged in user. So you can see as of now, my profile is System Administrator, and that is what you can see here. Now the view is self-service view. There are more details which we will talk about later, but as of now, if you are just an end user, so these are the details which you can see as part of your profile in ServiceNow. Then you have some other options like impersonate user. Then we have elevate roles. If you will click this button, you can elevate the role you have. Normally security admin is the role, which is basically added as part of the elevation of the role. Then you can cancel this one. If you will select this and click on OK, then your session will have that security admin role as well. But I will not do anything for now. You will learn it later. And then we have global search. Once you will click this search button, it will expand, and then you can type something if you want to search. So as of now, I'm just typing knowledge. I will press enter. When you will press enter, it will try to search in the whole platform, the keyword which you are typing in the global search. You can see here, it is trying to search all the tables you have in your system, and then it will show you the results. Now, the results which you are getting right now, because I am logged in as an admin, so I can see a lot of information. However, if you are just logged in as an end user, maybe an ITIL user, in that case, you will be able to see the search results as per the access you have, the tables access you have in ServiceNow system. Then we have chat option. Here you can chat with different users of the organization. So if they are in ServiceNow, they can do chat as well. Then you have one help icon, and then we have settings, where you have different settings, and settings are like general settings. You can change the theme of this instance as well. So these are some themes which are provided by ServiceNow out of the box. And then we have some accessibility options. Then if there are some configurations for list, you can do some configurations for forms, notifications as well. You can manage your notifications from here as well. And then it is for developers. So if you have admin access, basically this is for developers. You can see here if you can change some settings, which we will learn later as part of our development section. In the left hand side, you have application navigator. Now, what are its features? So here you have filter navigator. That means if you will type here for any application, it will automatically be displayed. So it will try to search for that, and it will show you all the relevant results here. So as of now, you can see I typed incident. So at the top, I also have incidents, because Service Desk application has one module that's called incidents. That's the reason you are able to see that in this particular view. And then you have incident itself, an application, and then some of other modules. But that's how you can see different applications, and that's the reason we call it as application navigator. Now, the second tab in application navigator we have, it's about favorites. How exactly you can tag these favorites? You go here. Now, whatever applications you have here. So as of now, you can see I just have this one application or one module. I can just remove it for now. This is how you remove it basically. Now, if I want to maybe make this particular application as a favorite, I can do one thing. I could directly tag this whole application. Or maybe I want to make just one module as a favorite. I can also do that. So at the top, this is application. Under that, you have these modules. So I can just click this. Once you will click that, you can see it has already selected both the modules under this application. So if you will go to your favorites tab now, and you will see this guided setup is already there. So this is how you can tag or just mention some favorite applications which you normally work upon, maybe daily. So in that case, you can just tag them as favorite, and they will be displayed here. The last tab we have is history. Now this is automatic. So whatever applications, whatever data, whatever records you are viewing in ServiceNow, that history has been is being recorded, and you can see those contents here. So for example, if you can see it says 9 days ago, 10 days ago. So I think it tracks, I think from last 10 days, you can change that as well. So as of now, you saw this user. So if you remember, we were seeing this profile. So that's the reason it already got captured as part of the history. But that's the reason history is pretty much important. So if you are working daily or for a day, you want to just remember what all options you have selected, you can just quickly go over that, and you don't have to search from here, because you might get those details in the history section because you might have searched or used or clicked on that kind of module or applications. Users navigate to applications and modules to use them, to see the content, what exactly they have, to utilize the functionalities. So in that case, if I will go here, let's say I have this incident application. Now under incident application, I have different modules. So if I click this button, which is called create new module. So I'm able to create a new incident record. So that's how this application and modules are used as part of this application navigator. So whenever you are creating something in ServiceNow, you have to provide those functionalities, those elements via application navigator, so that users can search for those applications and modules and utilize them. Branding overview. Branding is something you need to configure your instance to identify as per your company. Let me show you in my personal developer instance. This is my personal developer instance. If you're working for an organization, then how would you know that ServiceNow instance is associated with your company? You should have logo and instance name so that you can recognize your company's instance. Maybe the color theme as well. So branding can be done in ServiceNow in various ways. Let me show you how exactly you can do this configuration for changing the branding for your ServiceNow instance. In order to do this branding, you need to go to UI16 configuration. For that, just type UI16 in Filter Application Navigator, and you will see this module under System Properties, that is Basic Configuration UI16. Once you will click that module, you will see the configuration, the branding for UI16 version of your instance. You can see here we have this image, banner image, which is showing here. And then you have the name, that is Service Management. Now, as of now, you can see it says SAASWITHSERVICENOW, but let me just change it quickly. It says SAASWITHSERVICENOW System, maybe. And I will go a little bit bottom. Here I have this save button. Now you also have some other configurations for color, background, how exactly the date would be, the date format, time format. That is something you can do here. And then I am going to click on save. Once you will click on save, you will see you have this SAASWITHSERVICENOW system. I can change this again if I type, and ideally you can see, even if I'm not saving it, it is automatically picking it up. So I'm just doing SAASWITHSENOW demo system, and I am just clicking save now. And now you can see I have SAASWITHSENOW demo system. Now I can also change this banner image. I just need to click this plus button. Once I will click this plus button, it will take you to your system directory. That means your computer directory. And then you can add any image you want. I'm not adding any image for now because I just want to show you that how exactly you can change this configuration. So this is how you do branding. Now you can also change some more settings, some more configurations, like welcome page configuration. So I will show you that. Before that, let me change those. So you can do that with the help of welcome page content. So you will click this button. This is the module. It says System UI. So under System UI, you have this welcome page content, and you will find some kind of configurations over here. So for example, if I click on more information, here you have short description, more information, and then you have some links here can be found here. You can change this text as well. So if I go back, then I have login. So here it says you are not currently logged in, so view is restricted public. So if you want to, as of now it is not active. Now which one is active? So only these three are active. So if I click here about, here you can see it's about the instance. As of now, it says ServiceNow is changing the way people work. It's the whole statement is there. Now I can change this. How? I will just maybe, let's say I'm making it SAASWITHSENOW. Now because it is your instance, if you want to change it for your end users, you can do that. So I'm putting SAASNow for now, and I'm just clicking on save. So this is save, and I will show you where exactly it will replicate. So for that, I need to log out from ServiceNow. Once I will log out, you will see that keyword which I changed. You can see we have the SAASNow here. Initially it was ServiceNow, but I can change this as well. So this is about welcome page settings. So if you want to change the configuration, some settings for welcome page, you can also do that with the help of those modules I just showed you. So the overall branding you can change as per your business requirement, as per your company's requirement.